First thing is the strategic plan. It's called doing things, right? You got to do stuff. All right. So what are the things we're going to do? The first thing is we're going to define our why. We're going to define what it is that motivates us to want to actually do this, to be an entrepreneur. Okay. So, this is my why right here. I've got, my family more than anything. That first picture there is in Cancun, Mexico. That was so fun. That's an awesome place. It's called Tres Rios in Cancun. So cool. So we went there in 2014. Had a blast. Of course, there's, Universal Studios, going out and playing some golf, going to Fantasy Con, going and watching the Real Salt Lake soccer team, right? That's my why. That is my motivation for doing this, because I love to go and do fun things with my family. To go travel and just, to spend quality time with them. That's my why. That's what I think of when things get tough and I'm trying to, really just get through the down times when things aren't working out, and, yeah, and it's frustrating. That's what I do. I remember my why. I think, okay, yep, this is worth it. Let's keep going, right? So define your why. Get it, get it up on your wall. Get it up on your mirror. Something, right? Figure out what it is that motivates you to keep going, even when the going gets tough. Okay. Second thing, make your list. Now, traditional network marketing, right, is all about, okay, they tell you, make your list, go, write down all the names of all the people that think of your milkman and your hairdresser and all that stuff, right, which is fine. We can do that, and then we can sort the list. We can look at, and see, okay, who might be interested in this, who might be interested in like the Rise product or whatever, right? We can make that list and go through and sort it. But after you've kind of gone through your list, what do you do, right? So I've done a training in another occasion that's all about what I like to call lighthouse marketing. And what lighthouse marketing has to do with is the idea of, it's also, you could call it attraction marketing or magnetic marketing. It's the law of attraction, right? And here's the example I give. So let's assume you're down there on the beach, right, or on the shore, and there's a storm coming, and there's a boat out there with a bunch of sailors on it, and they can't see because it's dark, and they crash, right? They crash against the rocks there, and so the people are drowning. So you have a little rowboat, and you grab that little rowboat, and you row out there, and you grab somebody, and you pull them onto your little rowboat, and you row back to shore, and you drop them off, and then you go like, okay, I got to go get another one, and you go out there again, and it's cold, and it's rainy, and you're freezing, and you're tired, and you're trying to find someone else, and you find another one, you grab them, and you put them on there, and you row back, and you're so freaking cold and tired, and you're like, man, just let them drown. I'm too tired to go out, right? It's just frustrating, right? It's frustrating. It's tough, and most people don't want to do it. And so that's what you have, right? You have this list of people, and you're contacting them, and a lot of them are saying no and everything. Now, again, with Nui, we have an advantage that luckily our product offering is actually very valuable and makes sense, and I don't think you'll get a lot of no's because it's so simple, right? And the rewards are such that most people would go, oh yeah, that makes sense. But still, you're going to get those that are just like, no, and it gets tiresome, trying to go out and find new people and all that. I get that. So wouldn't it be better, instead of going out and trying to rescue the people, why not build a lighthouse? Why not build a lighthouse that you can then shine that light out, and the people will see it and come to you. That boat will see that light and not crash against the rocks in the first place, right? And make it safely to shore. Wouldn't that be better? So you then ask, okay, well, what's the lighthouse? How do I do a lighthouse? So I'm going to tell you guys a story. This happened last night. Okay. Yesterday. Lady from Hong Kong messages me on Facebook Messenger, and she says, "Hey, Jeremy, I've been trying to get a hold of you for like a week, and I want to sign up in Nui." And I went, "Oh, cool." Right. And she said, "Well, how do I sign up? Send me your link, send me your sign up page or whatever." Right. I want to do Rise. And I said, "Cool." So I sent her my link, "Okay, yeah, here's my link here." Go. And 5 minutes later, she said, "Okay, I'm all signed up. But how do I do the Rise thing? Because Rise wasn't available. It only let me sign up for $50." And I'm like, "Oh yeah, well, yeah, Rise will be available. Hopefully here in the next few days. I'll let you know. We can get you upgraded and everything." She's like, "Okay, cool. Yeah, please let me know as soon as you can. I'm really interested." And I just said, "So, out of curiosity, how did you find out about this? Who sent you? Where, right? Where'd you come from?" And she said, "Well, I found your YouTube video." And I went, "My YouTube video? Oh, okay. Which one?" She said, "Well, this one. It says the Rise Explainer video." And I said, "Oh, so how did you find my video?" And she said, "Well, I've been looking, and I was doing a search for how to do forex trading automatically with artificial intelligence, and your video came up, and I watched it, and I love it, and so I'm ready to go." I said, "Hey, great." I said, "So did you see this other stuff about what we're doing with Rank and Share and everything?" And she said, "Yeah, actually, over this last week, since I've been trying to contact you," and she chewed me out. She's like, "Jeremy, do you realize that you don't have your contact information on your video?" And I went, "I don't." She's like, "No, I had to go through like 4 different Jeremy Jenkins to finally find you." I went, "Oh man." She's like, "Yeah, I've been trying to contact you, and through this whole time, I've been watching some of your other videos, and this rank and share thing sounds really cool too. And so, can I start doing that right now?" And I said, "Yeah, go try it out." She's like, "Okay, thanks." So, point. How did I find her? I didn't find her. She found me. Right? She found my video. She searched for it, and I was stupid. I didn't put my contact info on my video. So how many other people probably found my video but didn't know how to contact me, and so they gave up, right? She was just persistent enough to, to message every Jeremy on Facebook until I finally answered. So I went immediately back and added my, my contact info onto all my videos. But still, she came to me. I put my lighthouse up. I put my my YouTube channel up. I put a video out there, and she found it, and she contacted me and signed up on the spot. I didn't have to convince her of anything. I didn't have to explain anything. I didn't have to go over the comp plan. None of that. She was sold on the product, and she wanted it, and she signed up on the spot. Okay, so that is the secret. And that is the secret. My previous company I was in, where I had huge success, it was the same thing. I had a big leader who came in, and he hit the top rank in the company, and everyone always asked me, "Jeremy, how did you find him? How did you recruit him?" And I said, "I didn't. My lighthouse did." My lighthouse, which was my YouTube channel, had a video of me explaining the comp plan. It happened to be this company, right? And he found it sitting in a McDonald's and called me, said, "I want to do business with you," and we started rocking and rolling. This is so huge, right? Get yourself out there. Get your lighthouse built. Put it out there. Don't be shy. The people will come to you. You will attract them. Okay? Cool. Now, next step is to set your goals. All right? So, if I were you, this is what I do. Long-term goal. Long-term goal, I want to be out of debt. I want to travel to Egypt and see the pyramids. Whatever, right? Put your long-term goal out there. Okay, part of your why. Then you say, okay, medium range goal. How do I get there? Well, maybe I need to have, let's say, 100 people on my team. Okay, if I have 100 people on my team, then that should produce, I don't know, and maybe it's $1,000 a month or something, right? Whatever that is, we don't know the exact numbers, but let's just assume that's accurate. Okay, 100 people on the team, going to make you $1,000 a month. Okay, cool. So 100 people on the team. How do I get to 100 people on the team? All right. Well, let's start looking at some daily goals. All right. So first goal might be start up a YouTube channel, right? Start building my lighthouse. Okay. Create a Twitter account. Create my own Facebook group for my team. Create a WhatsApp group on WhatsApp, something, right? Start building your lighthouse, right? These would be some great short-term goals. Then always base your short-term goals on stuff that you can actually do, that depends on you and your efforts, right? So for an example, if I go out and I say, today my short-term goal is to sign up 10 new people, well, that's not ideal, because what if those 10 new people say no, right? And then it's not my fault, right? If I say I'm going to invite 10 new people or enroll 10 new people and they all say no, then I failed in my goal and I feel bad and I didn't hit my goal. But if I say I'm going to talk to 10 people, that's it, just talk to the 10 people, then that is on me. That's something that doesn't depend on anybody else. It depends on me. If I go out and talk to the 10 people, then I hit my goal. Whether all 10 people said no or not, doesn't matter. I hit the goal. I talked to 10. So I have an accomplishment. I actually hit my goal, right? And that's how you do it. You base a goal on something that you can do, that's specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, time bound, all those things. But it's got to be based on what you can do. And then, of course, the law of averages will say that if you went and talked to 10 people about this, there's a good chance that at least one of them would say yes, right? Just because of what it is and how cool it is. Okay, so do that. Set up your lighthouse. Get it going. Learn how to do it. Maybe another goal would be, I don't know how to use YouTube. Well, maybe let's set another goal of, let's go actually spend some time watching some instructional videos on how to do it, right? Let's maybe read some chapters in a book. There's all kinds of cool goals that we can do that are based on what we personally can do each day, and then that will lead us to our medium range goal, which will then lead us to our long-term goal. Okay, all right. Then commitment, right? Commitment. We have to actually commit to this. Okay, we've defined our why, so we know we have motivation. But now, let's commit. Let's make sure it happens. Let's actually decide we're going to do it. It's kind of like there's two examples of this. Master Yoda told Luke, that you do or do not. There is no try, right? So are we going to do this or not, right? And then Mr. Miyagi, right? Karate Kid. What does he tell Daniel San? He says, "You karate do yes, safe. You karate do no, safe. You karate do squash, just like grape," right? That's what he said. And so it's the same thing. Are you going to do this or not? Are you going to be committed? Like, when a marriage, you're committed, right? You're saying till death do us part. I'm going to be with you the rest of my life. It's you're committing to that person, right? In sickness and health, all that stuff. Okay. That's how we got to treat this thing. We got to treat our business as if it were a marriage, right? We're joining this thing. It's not a, if you come in and you're thinking, oh, well, it's just business, give it a try, see, give it a couple months, see how it goes. That right there is just like grape. No, you do it or you don't, right? You're all in or you're not. Let's be committed. Let's make it happen. Because if you're not, if you don't have the newy hat on, and the newy shirt on, then no, it's not going to work for you. And you might have a little bit of results here and there, but if you want the big results, you got to be committed. No dilly-dallying around. Okay, personal development. Got to read, got to grow yourself. You got to be better. You got to learn how to talk to people. You got to learn the secrets of the millionaires. You've got to understand the cash flow quadrant and how you make money while you sleep and all that stuff. You got to understand how the slight edge affects you in your life, and the daily decisions we make will have long-term results or effects on our life. All those things, we got to do that. We've got to learn how to be better people so we can make the world a better place, right? We've got to do like Jim Rohn said, and if you want to have $1 million, you need to be $1 million person. You've got to have developed that. You don't want to be like the people that lose or win the lottery, and then 2 years later they're bankrupt because they didn't know how to manage their money, because they didn't have the discipline. It didn't come through discipline, so they just went and spent it all. Right? We can't be that way. We've got to be better. We've got to set those daily goals of learning something, being better each and every day, because those little decisions we make will have long-term results. Plug into the system. This is so important. If you're not plugged in, if you don't know what's going on, how do you expect to have success? Our industry is constantly changing. Our business, our company is constantly evolving. There's new stuff. And if you don't plug in, or if you're not up to date, then you will get behind and you will not know what to do. So we have events, we've got webinars left and right, we've got calls that we do, and there's all kinds of things going on where you can find information. At the very least, you can get in the Facebook groups. You can get on the YouTube channels. You can watch the videos that come from corporate. There's all kinds of things, ways you can get information. They got the news blog. I mean, it's out there. The information is there. The leaders, we're out there doing these trainings. We're doing these updates. It's available. So plug into the system. Don't get left behind. If you're not plugged in, then it's really hard to to have success, right? You got to be on top of it. Real leaders are the ones that are plugged in. They're informed what's going on. Okay. Then learn how to invite. Okay. This is so huge, right? The inviting formula. Okay. So you've got to greet your prospect, right? Talk freely, or get them to talk freely and openly to you. One thing that I've also learned is to be in a hurry. Okay, if you're in a hurry, then it actually gives more intensity to it, and it gives more. It sounds more interesting, right? So here's how I would do it. I would, so like Carrot's saying, right? So greet them, qualify them, invite them, handle any questions or objections, close to action, and then follow through, right? So here's kind of an example. Let's say, and you got to edify them, right? You've got to edify them, but you got to be quick. And then you've got to do that call to action. So here's just an example, right? So if I were going to call somebody I knew and invite them to take a look at the Rise video, right? So I'd call it and say it's maybe it's Michael, right? So I'm calling up Michael and I say, "Hey Michael, how you doing? Hey, I only got just a minute here. I'm actually just about to go into a meeting, but I just thought of you. We're doing some amazing things right now with this new product that's awesome, and so I'd really love for you if you could, because I know that you're an amazing guy, and you've had great success in your life, and you're a great family man, and I know that this is something you'd really benefit from. So if I send you a video, would you watch it?" Right? So you do that. That's if I would you. Okay. So just real quick, just have that sense of urgency, just that sense of, oh, I'm in a hurry. Okay. Hey, Michael, we give them, compliment and build them up. And hey, you're awesome. I know you're a good leader. So I thought of you immediately. This is something I think you'd really benefit from. So if I send you this video, would you watch it? And he'll probably say, "Oh, yeah." Right. So then you do a time commitment, right? Then you say, "Okay, so, like I said, I got to go right now, but I'm going to send you this video. Would you watch it tonight, please? Because I want to call you tomorrow at 6 and see what you thought." Okay, I'm gonna call you up and just kind of get your take on it, see what you thought, see if it's something that you might be interested in. So will you watch it tonight so that we can talk tomorrow at 6? And then, get them to commit to that, right? And then, so you got that, that close to action, right? You're committing them to watching the video, okay? And then you're doing the follow through, right? The follow through is, okay, so tomorrow at 6, right? We're gonna talk about this. So be ready. Make sure you watched it, okay? And then the last step is to just hang up, right? Because if you go and then you continue on, you say, hey, and how's the family stuff? Well, he's going to start thinking, right? He's going to start analyzing, and he's going to kind of get those doubts, right? And start, and then he's going to try and get stuff out of you, right? And then you're going to like be tempted to explain it and get into it and everything, and then he's going to try and make his decision right then, and you don't want that. Okay, you want to hang up as soon as you can. He's like, okay, cool. So I got to go on this meeting. So yeah, I'm going to send you the link right now. Watch it, please, and we'll talk tomorrow. Okay, bye. Boom, and you're done. What is that going to do? It's going to create a sense of urgency in him. He's going to be very curious of what's going on. What do you have to offer? Right? He's actually going to go watch that video because he's going to be like, wow. Jeremy's super excited about something, right? And he's going to go to this meeting. Holy cow! I better take a look at this, right? If you don't do it that way, then he's going to, probably brush it off. Okay, so have that sense of urgency, follow up, and then of course the next day at 6, do it. Call him, right? Hey, what'd you think? Now let's talk about it, right? And take him to the next step. So that's how you would invite somebody new. Now, if they're coming in because you brought them in through your lighthouse, that's a different story, right? But for inviting somebody new that you just have on your list, this is how you do it. Okay, learn the biz. So, all the details, right? You got to know what is going on with your company. So, okay, it started in 2017. Based out of Lehigh, Utah, have huge strategic partners. We got leaders, the best people in the industry. We got leaders in all these different countries in Canada and Mexico. Some great people coming on board that have had years and years of experience. We've got these amazing products. We are the product, right? Our opinion matters. Grow your money, travel the world, all these things. It's a great company because of all these benefits we have. Compensation, it's the most lucrative plan in the industry with lifestyle bonuses, all these things. It's awesome because it's not based on sales and auto ships. It's based on people actually bettering their lives, all that kind of stuff. And then timing. It's just about to go into momentum. There's no better time than now. Get in right now before the millions come in. All those things, right? It's the perfect business for those 5 reasons, because it's a solid company. We have great leadership that'll teach you how to do it. We got amazing products. They got awesome compensation, and the timing couldn't be better. That's really the nuts and bolts of this thing, right? Learning the biz so you can explain it to the people. Then, of course, being a leader. This is huge, right? Number 1 is position. These are 5 levels of leadership that come from John Maxwell, and he talks about that, right? Most people are position 1 leaders, which means that it's done based on rights, which means it's because you're the boss or something, right? So at work you're the supervisor, and so you're the leader just because of your title, because of who you are, and you can fire somebody if you wanted to, right? Just because that you're the boss. But that's not real motivation. People won't follow you as that kind of a leader. Really, they won't respect you. He's the boss, whatever. But permission, right? This is good. If you can get to level 2 leadership, that's really good. Permission is because you're friends, because you're family, because you have a relationship. Okay. And so if you, as the leader, say to somebody that that likes you and trusts you, hey, we should maybe take a look at this, or hey, I want to invite you to come join me in this business or whatever, they will do it because of that trust relationship, because they know you. You have their permission, right? Then the next level, and this one's what we all got need to work on, is production, right? So the 3rd level is when people will follow you because you've had a result, because you actually have actually achieved a certain rank, or a certain income level or something. And so when you tell somebody, hey, let's go do this or let's do that, they look at you and they go, oh yeah, okay, I'll follow you because I see what you're doing. I see that you're a leader. I see what you're doing on Facebook. I see that you've got a following, you got a team, and you're making money, or whatever, right? So it's based on production and results, right? Your results will then get people to say, oh yeah, okay, I'll follow you. Then of course, fourth level, and this is just huge, is when you have people development, right? It's leaders creating leaders. So not only is it you're having results, but you have people on your team that are having results. They're making money. They're actually having a good experience. They're actually, achieving certain ranks in the company or whatever. And so now they're loyal to you, right? They see you as their leader because you helped them do the same thing, right? You help them have duplication, okay? And then, of course, the fifth level is pinnacle. And what that means is, you get to a certain point where, just because of who you are, you're out there, you're an icon, right? So maybe an Eric Worre, right? Oh, everybody's heard Eric Worre's name. Wow, okay, yeah, Eric Worre, he says we should do this, okay, right? It sounds good, right? He's so influential now. It's like, yeah, okay, cool. Or maybe a Gandhi, right? Or I don't know, an Abraham Lincoln, right? Abraham Lincoln said this. Wow, he was a great leader. Okay, right? They're pinnacle. Now, most people will not achieve that in their lifetime. Okay, I mean, that's rare. But there are some that could get. Some of you on this webinar could maybe get to there. But if we can get to level 4, people development, we have people on our team actually having the same results we are, then that's the goal. Be that kind of a leader, right? Get them, start having results yourself, and then help your people have results, and you can be a level 4 leader. Okay, then to wrap things up, golden rule: correctly, consistently, for long enough, right? We know that success is never just a straight line. Hey, let's get there, right? It's messy. It's all over the place, right? So that's why we have to do this correctly. We have to do these 10 steps, right? Correctly and consistently and for long enough. We have to give it enough time. Saying, hey, I'll give it a try for a month, that's not long enough, right? We got to stick with it. We got to go through it. We've got to get around the mess, and then finally we can arrive at our goal and our success. So that's my message for you today. Take this perfect vehicle that we have. Okay, it's not perfect, but pretty close. It's awesome, right? It's one of the best vehicles I've ever seen in the industry, and it's just going to keep getting better. They're going to keep adding more and more value and just make it more and more awesome. So take that awesome vehicle that we have, apply these 10 steps to it, commit, get your why going, build your lighthouse, do your personal development, get connected, all those things, learn how to invite, just do all these things, and I promise you, we will see you at the top. So with that, I thank you for your time today. Please let me know if you have any questions. You can contact me privately, but please, let's go out and make it happen. I'll let you get back to your Saturdays. Thanks so much. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.